Hey guys, in today's episode, the Clash Royale World Champions have been crowned, the December update is looming closer and closer, and balance changes are coming tomorrow. All that and more in today's episode of Clash Worlds. Hey guys, it's right here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Worlds. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR eSports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish off the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Worlds, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every video that comes out. Also, go check me out on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there now, so link to it will be in the description. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section. New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. First things first, our skins confirmed in this very next December update. As you can see in this tweet from Clash Royale teasing the TV Royale episode coming tomorrow, if you zoom close near the top of the image, you can actually see a golden Hog Rider skin. Wow, this actually matches up completely with all of the golden card leaks that have been kind of going around Twitter and that I've explored in a past episode of Clash Worlds. For those of you who have forgotten or just missed the episode, let's go ahead and play a quick refresher. A few days ago, Ben Brode tweeted out, "Oh yeah, just be Clash Royale," at which Clash Royale replied, "For now, if only there was some way to make them golden." And in another tweet about emoji hints about the next update, Clash Royale replied with a golden medal. So let's start and logic this out. Ben Brode was the former game director of Hearthstone, and in Hearthstone there are golden cards. Now these golden cards are basically just special versions of normal existing cards, and the only difference, a different skin and a different animation. So could this be what is coming in Clash Royale? Man, I honestly can't wait to watch this News Royale episode. It's honestly going to be so exciting, as they're probably going to outline also most of what's going to be coming in the December update. Oh boy, am I excited. And of course, as with the start of any month, balance changes are coming to the game tomorrow on the 3rd of December. Now I'm sure you've all already heard about them, so let's just quickly go over my take on each of these changes. Electro Dragon hit points plus 5%, first attack slower. Alright, seems like a pretty good nerf. Obviously the 5% hit point nerf is more geared towards ladder play, allowing it to be taken out by under-leveled lightning, but as you know, first attack changes can have absolutely drastic effects on how a troop works. Magic Archer. So I hope they don't overdo this nerf, and I mean just in the future, please just tell us how slow the first attack is gonna be. Like, just give us a number. Overall, solid nerf still, not too heavy, which should tone this menace down without killing the card. Royal Recruits. Elixir cost decrease from 8 to 7, hit speed from 1.2 to 1.3. Finally, the Royal Recruits with a well-deserved buff in this round of balances. With a cheaper elixir cost, they are a bit more worth their value, but they also are having a little bit of a slower hit speed. Honestly, I'm not too sure if this will bring the recruits back. I'm kind of skeptical, and of course, I could be totally wrong like I usually am, but in this kind of meta, I just don't see the recruits being that useful. Barbarian Barrel, damage minus 5%. Oh man, Barb Barrel is by far the most used card in the game. Being only 2 elixir, it completely overshadows Log, Zap, and Snowball. This nerf combined with the Snowball buff should make all 4 of these 2 elixir spells seem like a solid choice to run in decks. Tesla, first attack slower. And Tesla, another card that has its first attack changed. After being pretty dead for the past few months, it could finally be seeing a little bit of a comeback. With a faster first attack speed, which again, we have seen absolutely change a troop's popularity, Tesla could probably be much more viable in this meta, so I'm really excited to try this card out. Also, Tesla is prevalent in some minor cycle decks, some bait decks, and mainly expo decks, so, maybe this could start bringing those archetypes back. Archers, damage plus 2.5%, hit points minus 1%. Speaking of bringing Expo back, Archers, another key component to those Expo cycle decks, are also getting a slight buff. With the very small boost in damage, they are going to be ever so slightly more effective on the arena, but it's probably not going to be that noticeable. Ice Wizard, damage plus 10%, hit points minus 11%. Ice Wizard is such an interesting change. With a huge 11% hit point nerf, he is now able to be taken out by just a poison spell. But he makes up for this in another huge damage buff of 10%. This can not only be insanely useful on ladder, with it now being able to like one-shot higher level skeletons and bats, but it also just makes it an all-around better card, as it deals 10% more damage. 10% is a lot. Giant Snowball, damage plus 14%. Speaking of drastic changes, the Giant Snowball does now the exact same damage as the Zap. This, I believe, will finally be enough to bring the Snowball into viability. Not much else to say. Now also though, there will be 2 more changes that will be going live on December 5th instead of December 3rd. Let's take a look. Elixir Collector no longer appears in starting hands. This is somewhat of a hit to Golem and 3 Musketeer decks. Forcing players to play at least 1 card in order to get to their pump, there's little to no chance that you won't have an answer in cycle when your opponent plays the pump. Freeze Rework. Duration, always 5 seconds, now deals area damage. This is a really interesting rework, and honestly, I kinda like it. By making the time of the freeze level independent, it removes that annoyingness on ladder where it freezes troops for a whole 7 seconds. Now this area damage that it deals is quite little, however, only enough I believe to take out bats and skeletons, so I'm interested to see whether this finally makes freeze more competitively viable. Well, those are the balances. Let me know what you like and don't like about them in the comments section below. I personally quite like them, although I would have liked to see a magic archer buff, but whatever, I'm still fine with most of the changes. Next up, now this is just my theory, but could the update actually be dropping on December 5th? Let's think about this. The Elixir Collector and Freeze reworks are huge changes and require a client-side update in order to implement. That means that you need to update Clash Royale yourself on the App Store in order to get these changes. What else requires a physical update? Well, the December update itself. So why not hit 2 birds with 1 stone? Rework those 2 cards and drop the December update in just 1 physical update for the player base. In addition, if they weren't dropping this update on the 5th, what is the reason behind not adding the balances all at once? Boom. That's my theory. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Also, there seems to be some sort of Christmas advent calendar that has started in Clash Royale. If you take a look at your quests, you can see there is kind of like a daily quest there that says 1. Obviously, today is December 1st. I record my videos the day before, you get the point. So, possibly this is like some sort of advent quest calendar thing until Christmas. So, that's actually pretty cool. Hopefully the rewards are, kind of gonna increase a little bit as we get closer and closer to Christmas. I'm really excited to see how Supercell takes these quests, as honestly they have so much potential, and this kind of Christmas advent calendar sort of thing, if it really is what they're doing, is honestly a really great idea. Now that's gonna do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the eSports update. The eSports update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent eSports competitions. Oh boy, do we have a lot to go over. The big thing, the Clash Royale League World Finals has officially taken place yesterday, and after 8 hours of crazy matches and gameplay, we have our first Clash Royale League World Champions, the one and only Nova Esports from China. They are one of the most well-known esports organizations out there in this game. I mean, if you haven't heard of them, what are you doing? And they obviously lived up to their name by taking down many of the top players in their world with their team consisting of Little Chen, Elsiop, AUK, Legend, and Carnage. Also, for those of you wondering how the stream did, it actually did really well. In addition, the horizontal format was just beautiful, and the graphics and stage was just completely insane. Now let's take a look at some stats from the live stream. As you can see, in addition to the 4.7 million hours spent watching this stream, the entire stream averaged 500,000 concurrent viewers at any given time from all around the world, peaking at 700,000 people viewing the stream at the exact same time. That is just absolutely crazy. And as this tweet from Clash with Ash says, Clash Royale World Finals had north of 1 million concurrent viewers for 8 hours straight. Simply unheard of. This was a groundbreaking moment, not only for Supercell and Clash Royale, but for mobile esports. I completely agree, and I'm excited for Clash Royale as they move into 2019. Combo this with a banger December update, and Clash Royale is about to shoot right back up in popularity. However, there was a little hiccup in that stream with the loot drops. As you know, Clash Royale promised loot drops for players who connected their Supercell IDs with their YouTube accounts and watch the World Finals. However, probably due to the fact that there are way too many people linking all their accounts at once, the loot drops didn't work for the majority of the people. Fortunately, this will be fixed. As this tweet from the Clash Royale eSports Twitter says, we're going to deliver all drops within the next few days to everyone who connected their Supercell ID to YouTube before or during the live stream. Thanks for watching and for hanging in there. Really good move on their part, and props to them for addressing the issue quickly. Now that we're caught up on the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. Overall, the community really did enjoy the Clash Royale World Finals stream. This Reddit post here says, the commentators were on point. You could tell they understood the game mechanics. One remark that was made that stood out to me was when a giant got tornadoed to the King's Tower. Usually it doesn't happen, but the commentator said that this was only possible because the giant was placed on the inner tile of the lane. It's small things like these that make a huge difference. Also, here's a cool suggestion from Reddit, to show stats like these after every match. Of course, this feature would be toggleable as the new players probably wouldn't understand too much of it, and this feature would allow for each player to see so much more about what happened during the battle. This would obviously allow players to more clearly analyze their battles, see what they did wrong, and honestly, if this could be added just sometime near in the future, I wouldn't imagine it taking too long. I would honestly really like that. Now that we covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. Now, of course, since the balance changes are coming into effect tomorrow, I'm going to be predicting how I think the meta will shift over the next month. First off, I don't really see Beatdown or Three Musketeer decks to wane too much in popularity. Despite that pump rework, many Three Musketeers and most Golem decks no longer run the Elixir Collector. Electro Dragon will now be a lot more balanced, and I think also that the 2 Elixir spells will be a lot better managed with a much more even distribution between the use rate. Siege, well, I really don't know about Siege. If I really had to give a prediction, I'd still say that it won't be that viable, but honestly I hope that I'm just proven wrong. However, Miner Cycle might make a comeback as Tesla was a huge part of those decks. Finally, control decks are just always part of pretty much any meta, and obviously I predict that that will apply to this as well. So expect a lot of P.E.K.K.A control, P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, miner control, and just stuff like that. So that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. Today's deck was submitted by the Legend Lemon, and it's a very interesting Royal Recruits Miner Control Cycle deck. As the recruits are being buffed tomorrow, I thought it'd be very interesting to showcase a recruits deck, so here we go. Now the premise of this deck is to constantly apply pressure with your miner, while the recruits, Ice Wizard, and Dark Goblin are the majority of your defense. Ice Wizard is also getting a DPS buff, so the deck could actually function a bit better on that front. So, with that out of the way, let's hop right into a battle. Alright, so looks like this battle is going to be against D. Nahul from the Clan The King's team. Good luck to this guy, and starting off this match, we're obviously going to be cycling our skeletons in the back of the King's Tower. Of course, we're gonna see if he makes the first move first, and he goes in with the skeleton barrel, so we'll just go ahead and Ice Wizard to take that out. Now here, I think he's gonna go with a miner onto the Ice Wizard, so we can just go ahead and nade that to King's Tower, get a nice and early King's Tower activation, and here the Dark Goblins will cancel each other out. He's actually going to use a zap spell onto the Dark Goblin right there, so here I think as I save up to 10 elixir, I'm going to go in with a miner skeleton push. Keep in mind that I'm playing the miner first and the skeleton second, that way it will help with me to cycle back to my miner a little faster. Here, as you can see, he's actually forced to use a 3 elixir Mega Minion on 1 elixir skeletons, and now even though he has cycled back to a skeleton barrel, the Ice Wizard will be able to take that out very effectively. Let's go try and get a nado onto the miner as well. Boom, catching all 3 of those things and hopefully destroying the skeletons. Okay, looks like the skeletons will go down, and look at that, really solid defense right there. Activated King's Tower, finishing off that Mega Minion. An activated King's Tower is honestly just so valuable. So anyways here, oh wow, he's got a Barbarian Hut. That's a very interesting deck. I don't remember seeing something like that in here. Oh my god, those skeletons were a really big misplay. Kind of just threw those away, and oh man, the miner even drew that Barbarian backwards. So here, we're just gonna go in right here with an Ice Wizard right here to take out the kind of constant flow of skeletons. Not skeletons, barbarians. Those barbarians are honestly so annoying. Unfortunately, it looks like it will get a hit, and oh, he's got a P.E.K.K.A. So okay, let's just go ahead and try and get a poison. Get that out of my hand because I don't really think I need it. He has the skeleton barrel, and poison just honestly isn't too effective on the skeleton barrel. So anyways here, we're gonna go in with a Dark Golem right here, and we're gonna try and squeeze Royal Recruits right in front to block the P.E.K.K.A. Come on, and boom, getting them down right in time. And here we're just gonna go ahead getting a double extra time. Just go ahead and get a log onto the skeleton barrel as soon as it pops, boom, and then we just go ahead and send in a miner just to get some chip damage onto the tower. And here we can even get a poison spell down if he offers any more value. Ice Wizard's actually locked onto the tower. Poison right here will obviously get so much value on the miner and the hut and those barbarians. So here, Ice Wizard once again, man, Ice Wizard just comes in clutch on defense. Here, skeletons out of range of the poison. Dark Goblin to snipe the hut. Okay, I don't snipe the hut. And here, obviously, we're still gonna just keep getting that poison value, keep getting that miner chip, and slowly but steadily, we will manage to take out this guy's tower. So things are actually looking really good as we head into overtime. He's gonna try and go with a hut in the back, but we can just go ahead and just keep using our miner. So anyways, here, let's go with the Dark Goblin, snip away at that stuff. Let's go in with a miner and get ready for a poison. Come on, will he catch the miner? No, he will not catch the miner. So let's get a poison down onto the hut, onto that mega minion, and onto those barbarians. Again, getting a ton of value. And guys, that tower is below 300 hit points, so that is poison log range. So quickly, we just need to cycle our log, cycle our skeleton, cycle our let's see here, cycle our miner right here, and then cycle to our poison. That's gonna be GG. There's no way he's gonna take my tower on the right there, and that's good game. Taking that tower down for a relatively dominating victory. As you can see, we really didn't take too much damage. Both of our towers are really healthy. Just showing you guys the power of this deck. And also, the Royal Recruits will be 7 Elixir tomorrow, so that's just gonna make that deck even better. So there we go, guys. That was the off-meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try, as Royal Recruits are honestly just really interesting cards to play with. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.